Hello, guys. Welcome back. I just want to go over the trade I took today on NQ. I'm pretty sure it was on NQ if I'm not mistaken. We're up around 3,000 in the day. It was an amazing trade. I had A plus setup. Conviction was on point. I was not. Um, yesterday was just one of those days where yesterday was just one of those days where I needed to see a little bit more price action to try and to see where market was heading. I know a lot of people that took good trades yesterday, but just for me, it was one of those days. My eyes weren't seeing anything, and yeah, I mean, but today with the price action given to me, um, market was basically screaming in our face to take this trade, and I hope you guys get some value out of this information, this video, because truly, this the the overall picture of this video is patience, because I was patient to what I wanted to see. I could have traded this earlier. I could have taken this position, way earlier, but I stuck to what I wanted to see, to the system, as you should, and yeah, the reason why because I usually I usually enter off of the liquidity sweep inverse, right? But I just wanted to make this an A plus setup, because especially because market conditions are like this. We're ass. We swept sell side. I was expecting New York to just automatically rebalance to this daily, but we didn't end up doing that to a little bit afterwards, right? To the initial move after I think it was 11, 12. I'm not sure. That doesn't matter. I caught my sell off, right? But yeah, it was a great execution, great short overall. And let's get right into it. So as you can see on the daily, I mapped out all of my sell side, buy side. As you can see, we do have these imbalances that have not been filled. As you can see, right, the reason they're bigger, I know it's the imbalance is right here on the daily, but it's because they're 4 hour imbalances as well, as you can see. But yeah, starting off on the daily, we had displacement to go lower, market structure shift. We had these imbalances, right? And I was expecting to go higher, coming in New York, just because we had swept the sell side, and we were putting in SMTs, as you can see right here. We also rebalanced on price on this daily fair value gap, and as you can see, it's also an inversion. So this is a good area in which you can expect to see some sort of resistance, right? But overall in the week, I am expecting to have like a I'm not sure if it's a midweek reversal or something. I need to check. Right now we'll get into that, but I am expecting to draw towards this low, coming tomorrow, or see what price does want to do, because we've been pretty bearish, right? If price wants to rebalance up here, well, perfect. If it doesn't, well, then we'll just sell off, and maybe even come take out some sell side over here. But for the day, we had a higher time frame SMTs put into place, so I was looking pretty bullish, right? Mind you, you know, we also had. Wait, give me a sec. I need to. Okay, so we were also SMT on the daily. As you can see right here, we ended up taking this high. This is, yeah, we ended up taking this high, and on NQ we didn't. Sorry, I was just, my eye was, you know, honestly, I think this SMT has done its job, but I did map it out just to just to see the overall, just to get the full picture. You always have to look at both sides of the story. You always have to look at things, front and back, if you really want to catch amazing moves, and just be a better trader overall, because you can't just force something on the market, and market will end up eating you alive if you try to force something that it's not really there. So you always have to be very, you have to have a lot of discernment when it comes to trading. And yeah, so we were holding SMTs here. We also had higher time frames SMTs right here, as you can see. So moving on to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we still have SMTs right there. On the 4 hour, we did have this 4 hour imbalance that we were expecting. Like I said, we rejected this fairly well, actually. A great rejection. If and at this point, because of this rejection, if I did indeed want to, I was indeed looking for, at first I was looking for, for buy side to be my target today. Take some longs, but right now we'll get forward. We'll get to the point, and why I took a short. As you can see right now, you'll see. But yeah, I was looking for buy side to get taken out today, and even a rebalance into this daily, which we did end up filling. I'm sorry, I accidentally shook the monitor. Um, but yeah, into this daily imbalance, as you can see. But yeah, so we rejected this, and this is why I was looking for longs. Looking at the 4 hour, I was looking for longs. I said, okay, we swept sell side SMT. We rejected that imbalance with we truly rejected that. We almost didn't manage to close in this area. As you can see, ES didn't even close in that fair value gap. NQ did. So yeah, it's what you want to see if you're looking for longs. I also saw an inversion of, where was it? An inversion of, I think it was on the, okay, I'm not sure if it was on the 1 hour, but right now we'll get to it. But yeah, I did see that, and I even saw this FEG here on the 4 hour. I deleted a lot of the stuff I had mapped out before I got on, so that's, I'm just going through everything that I saw when it came to this. But yeah, we didn't have that same imbalance on ES. So yeah, I was looking forward to seeing internal sell side get manipulated, then go higher. Going into the 1 hour, what do we see on the 1 hour? As you can see on the 1 hour, we had this imbalance that we were in. You can see we're still respecting it. So we had that imbalance in which we were in. This is that daily imbalance. We had all this sell side, as you'll see in the internal right now, when I scale down. But we had all this sell side resting, as you can see. Previous sessions, we just were creating liquidity, and also in the range of this imbalance, as you can see right here, we were in an area in which we can expect to manipulate, right? So based on this data, I'm still pretty bullish. I'm still pretty bullish. We're in an area in which we can expect to manipulate. So yeah, I was looking forward to seeing price manipulate something like this, then go higher. Um, but yeah, zooming down, you'll see why I held my short. I think it was to this low, if I'm not mistaken, or one of these lows. But yeah, you can see we have liquidity. We were just accumulating, creating liquidity. We rebalanced price. Okay, so now zooming into the 15 minute. Into the 15 minute, as you can see, we had all this liquidity. You know, that we, as I said, that we were forming previous sessions. You can, let me turn on. Give me a sec. You can see all this liquidity. You can see we have Asian low right here, and we have London low and London high. So these are always going to be a strong draw on liquidity. So I mapped out my highs and my lows. So what I wanted to see New York do is probably come manipulate this London low, even possibly Asia high, then to go higher, right? But New York had other plans, and the patience I had up to this point, I'm pretty bullish, right? But the patience I had, um, and everything, it gave me the clear picture to where we wanted to go. To come take out this liquidity, this significant low, the significant low, and go higher, right? And as you can see, this even looks like it was a good sell model. We have resting liquidity below us, so we have a draw. We had been sweeping buy side, so we really have no buy side unless we want to come up here and take these equal highs. Mind you, that's also the reason why I was looking forward to take longs, because we had these equal highs, relative equal highs. And yeah, but now, as you can see here, we did have SMT that I did map out, just if I wanted a confluence, a trade to go lower, right? So we did have SMTs. Where was it? Okay, yeah, we did have SMTs there. I mapped it out just in case, like I said, because you always have to see both sides of the picture. So we did have SMTs formed on the 15 minute, as you can see. So at this point, I'm pretty bullish, right? So coming in New York, coming New York enters. Let's see, you can see right here. So New York enters. What does New York do? What does New York do? So as you can see, New York automatically takes out buy side. So at this point, when New York ended up taking London high, I said, okay, you know, New York ended up taking London high. So if we get an inversion of some sort, you know, let's first say, I think it was a 5 minute. Okay, that we inversed this fair value gap. You know, we had sold off quick. We inverse this fair value gap. At this point, I'm saying, okay, I'm confident the draw is clearly this sell side, right? Because if we inverse this fair value gap, I'm confident the draw's here. So, and at this point, we hadn't taken it out on either asset. So you can see I mapped out sell side. We had not taken it out. So what I was thinking was, okay, if I do indeed want to go lower, I I really don't. If I want this to be an A plus setup, I really don't want price to end up, you know, putting in an SMT, for example, NQ taking this low, then ES to not take this low, because then, you know, my bias here would be kind of, I would have been like, okay, what are we trying to do? But we did end up doing that either way. So, but this is why I say, you know, being patient is the key to knowing where the market wants to go, right? So I think we did end up taking this low on ES or NQ. Let me check. I think it was on ES, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, and we also had all this low resistance liquidity. So I wanted to see something like this play out, which we did end up doing. But you know, at this point, we don't know that, obviously. So yeah. So at this point in time, I'm saying, okay, you know, if we can get a rebalance back into, we were also creating internal. I mapped out all of my internal buy side. I said, okay, maybe price is going to come and SMT off of, you know, the initial move that swept London high, right? Or who knows what price wants to do. You can never, you know, try to predict price, just react off of it. So at this point, we put in SMTs, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, no, we didn't. So we swept sell side on both. But it's what I want to see. That's what I wanted to see. If price indeed wanted to go lower, right? Obviously, we don't want to put in SMT, because then that would just mean, okay, price is putting in SMT. We have the higher time frame SMT down here, down here. So, you know, if price puts in SMT, especially, you know, at this time, and we swept buy side, we swept London high, we didn't put in SMT, you know, to go lower, and price did end up doing it here. You know, that wouldn't exactly look, you know, I wouldn't exactly be looking for shorts, is what I'm trying to say, if price ended up putting SMTs, um, you know, here, right? So at this point, my long bias was I was kind of ish, but I did know that we had all this low resistance liquidity. So I said, okay, hey, we swept London high, meaning New York is probably gonna want to come take out, you know, some sort of liquidity, internal liquidity, or, you know, the significant low, whatever, right? So at this point, we swept buy side. We also had a market structure shift on the 1 minute, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we had a market structure shift on the 1 minute. Market structure shift on the 1 minute. And we also inverse this imbalance. Now here is what I'm saying. You know, I could have taken this purely off of this inverse. You know, this was New York already, but I just wanted to see my conviction play out. You know, have just because I wanted this to be an A plus setup, you know, and add size to this. This is why I wanted to see this play out. So as you can see, I mapped out even my internal buy side levels on the 1 minute. You know, hoping we could rebalance this, which we did. Um, I also noticed we had this 5 minute fair value gap in equilibrium of the range, right here, right? NQ, same thing. I mapped out all my internal buy side, hoping we could SMT off of one of these highs, lower highs, which we did end up doing. We had the same thing. So at this point, we had a market structure shift as well. You know, as well as the on the 2 minute. Yeah, market structure shift. You can even call this your, you know, because that's a more significant, whatever, doesn't matter. But on the 1 minute, we did end up having the market structure shift as well as that inverse. But yeah, we also had that same fair value gap on the 5 minute on NQ. So okay, so as you can see, price. Let me scale down. I was looking for this position on the 1 minute. Excuse me. So yeah. So then we start to go higher, as you can see. ES ended up putting an SMT. We swept buy side on the 1 minute. You can see right there. Let me take this off for you so you can clearly see that. Let me delete this. So as you can see, ES ended up taking this 1 minute 1 minute drawn liquidity. And what did price do as well? Notice we rebalanced on the 5 minute, as you can see. We rebalanced price on the 5 minute equilibrium of the range. At this time, you'll see right here that 5 minute FEG, which is this high. We were now SMTing. We were now SMTing. Give me a sec. We were now SMTing off of this high. You can see we don't even, you know, probably on the 15-second there's a high there, but even then I do think price ended up taking out this liquidity. Well, I'm not sure, but we were SMTing. Point is, we didn't end up taking this right here, this 1 minute drawn liquidity, SMT. So now I was looking, okay, at this point in time, I have all the conviction I need, right? Because we had New York swept London, right? We rebalanced, we displaced lower. We displaced slower, market structure shift. We inversed the FEG. At this point, also, mind you, we had already inversed this, right? We had already inversed this. So we also had an FEG as well as an inverse to use as resistance to go lower. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, okay, this looks like a great sell model, to be honest, you know. So we have all this liquidity resting below us. You know, if price indeed wanted to go higher, then I was looking forward to one of these imbalances getting disrespected, you know. But I really did doubt that was the case at this point in time, based on this internal action given to me. We manipulated buy side, you know, and then we SMT'd to go lower on the internal model. So yeah, that was the pretty much all the conviction I needed. Well, you can see SMT right there, and I ended up taking a short. I had my stop loss at this equilibrium. I took 3 contracts on this, and based on this data right here, I think that was where I executed based on that data given to me right there. You can see right here. You can watch this play out beautifully. TP hit, right? Whatever. I do think this was lower though, because I remember I mapped out we were SMTing off of something here, and I mapped it out. Yeah, so we were SMTing off of, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think I did held. I was trailing my stop loss at this point in time, just catching the momentum, and yeah, I ended up closing my position within the candle that you see, a fast bullish candle right there. I ended up closing my position within this candle, and yeah, I watched it played out fairly nice. and it was a beautiful trade overall. Go ahead and run that clip for you guys, and as you can see, we were still pretty bullish, you know. So you'll see what market does. You see, we have this. It was just the liquidity sweep of internal. You can see we ended up SMTing afterwards. SMT, we ended up taking buy side. We SMT'd off of here. But at this point, I don't care what happens. I'm already done for the day. I got off the charts, you know. But this is, this is what I mean, guys, by you always have to see things on both sides of the picture, you know. This is what I mean by positioning yourselves correctly. So I really hope this comes, gives you some value, and that you can add some of this stuff I used, to your trading, and give you the overall picture of how I see the markets, back and forth, front and back. So yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and run that clip for you guys. All right, we're back. Good. Again, I want to see this too. Good. That's exactly what I want to see. Good. We are now SMT. I can now take a sell, 3 contracts, limit, stop loss above this TP. Okay, I want this to fill me. So mind you, because we do have SMTs into play, I don't need to see, it was equilibrium of this range. I don't need to see that, I don't need to see, an inverse. Just because it is what I wanted to see. So yeah, it should look something like... This should play out beautifully though, just because we got that what I wanted to see. But stop loss is pretty good there. I do want to see this model play out with efficiency. Yeah, man, all we can do is wait. Oh man, it's beautiful. I love to see it. Mind you, we're not holding any SMTs to go higher. So that's exactly the internal model that I wanted to see. We ended up taking this high, right? So I do want to see a huge sell-off pretty soon. Where's the market structure shift on the 1 minute? Let me see. Give me a sec. Yeah, the 2 minutes right here. It's 9:09, and we already got what we wanted to see. So yeah, watch this play out beautifully. It's what I want to see, honestly, if we do want to go lower with speed. Volume imbalance. It's everything I wanted to see to be H. To be H. Oh man, this is too easy. Too freaking easy, man. Draw might even be lower, to be honest. The reason why price should be back in this area. I do want to see speed soon. Probably end up, if anything, we'll probably end up back in this area, but I can adjust my stop to here because this is the initial risk I'm willing to take. Because this might end up getting turtle soup and go lower, so. But yeah, man, we're not SMT or anything of that sort. I do want to see momentum lower if indeed that's the bias. See this get ran through. I want to get a good push lower. So I'll put out top of this fair value gap. Yeah, man. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. We even got the internal model. Just crazy. Oh, man. Ah, yeah. I want to see efficiency soon. There you go. want to see that efficiency kick in. We are SMT'd indeed. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's what I want to see. Stop loss break even now. That's what I wanted to see. I want to see that push lower. There you go. Beautiful. 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 So y'all can see, right? I'll put it right here. That's exactly what I want to see. Efficiency. There you go. There you are. I'm certain this is a draw though. We do have this imbalance. I'll keep my stop loss break even. Just because we do have this 1 minute imbalance, but I do want to see this sell off a little bit more. Mind you, we are SMT, so I do have to keep that in mind. We're having a hard time taking out this on ES. But yeah, we seem to want to go lower. Seem to be respecting imbalances. Risk-free trade. It's probably just a retracement candle. There you are. Beautiful. 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 Beautiful trade. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. You'll see it right here. Good clean sell off. There you go. Good clean sell off. I want this to sell off a little bit more. At least at my -4 level. There we are. I want to see this level get hit. Immediately opened up bearish, which is great. Alright, I'm closing. There we are. Beautiful. You've seen it here. Alright, this is going on YouTube probably later. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you got something valuable. The key of this trade was to, you know, stick to your. You see, I had a plan. It was going kind of sideways because I honestly thought this was just gonna sell off quickly. But as you can see, price does its thing. Price is fractal. We had that SMT. I at this point, you'll see me. I didn't end up waiting for this. I didn't end up waiting for this. What's it called, for an inverse in this position? But that's because I had the SMT in play. Um, Good risk to reward, and yeah, now you've seen it. I do think this is gonna rebalance to this low, but we're up for the day, so I don't need to take any more positions. The best part of the day is to get off the charts, guys. Once you know you're up, don't don't try to take any other positions, right? But yeah, I do think the draw is lower though. I just you know. But yeah, guys. Other than that, let me get rid of this. Other than that, yeah, we caught this beautiful short. Um, and perfect. So yeah, peace.